Hello, welcome to another video. I'm out in the Nottinghamshire countryside now, just on the edges of the Vale of Belvoir. I'm riding down a road which you know well, you've seen it before. This is a road just near Granby. And we've got this avenue of trees front and behind. So this morning I've got a very rare chance for me to ride with my good friend Mark, who, as you know, owns Cafe Allez with his lovely wife Claire. So Mark, we don't get this chance to ride very often, do we, on a weekend?
We don't do this enough, mate, we don't.
No.
We don't. Normally my weekends are serving coffee to basically you and other cyclists.
And my weekend is around about what days I'm going to go to Cafe Allez in the middle of my ride.
Yeah.
The only downside, Mark rides everywhere at 20 miles an hour, regardless, and I don't. So I'm going to huff and puff, and he's not.
You're doing all right today. You've got a big route for us.
So, with this current lockdown, as we know, coffee shops have been forced to close. They can remain open under a takeaway, but Mark, what's the story with you and Cafe Allez?
Yeah, I think we confused a few people, Paul, because anyone who's been to us knows, like, we've really been able to operate as a takeaway right since May, I would say, you know, once the sort of original true lockdown's lifted. And we found really safe ways of doing that, but Boris came on the TV, what was it, the 5th of January?
Yeah.
And announced the national lockdown, and the stay-at-home message really couldn't be clearer. So we looked at that and thought, well, is it right for us to open when that stay-at-home message to protect the NHS is so strong? And then, of course, what we have to do as kind of responsible business owners is we look at the guidance.
Yeah.
I think it's a 22-page document that's published that night, and that is so crystal clear that, unfortunately, and I don't relish this at all, I hate it, but you can't travel for exercise, really. You can go out on a cycle ride like we are with one other, but you can't stop for a coffee when you do, as the current guidance is defined. You can't travel for recreation. I think there's one loophole there, that if you need to access open space, that's the only reason you can travel outside of your village or the town you live in or the part of the city you live in for recreation. So when you look at our situation, like our location, it's beautiful and it's one of our finest selling points really, but this is one of those rare occasions where legitimately I think we could only serve the residents of Belvoir Village.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't count the Duke and Duchess, there's about 30 of them.
Yeah, there's not many.
That's not a viable business. So we just have to make that call, I think, to effectively do the right thing.
Yeah, so because of your location, a lot of people are driving to you because, as you say, other than Belvoir Village, there's not much within 4 or 5 miles of you.
No, exactly, mate, exactly. So we can't be seen to be doing that. And I think the very clear message at this stage of the virus is, you know, we're at a very dangerous point. The other data point I've got is a member of my team, like her parents both work in the NHS. So I get a very first-hand account of really the pressure the hospitals are under and how full they are. And we can't, in hand on heart, play any part in not trying to alleviate that, you know? I mean, and I think the difference versus the first lockdown is there's an end in sight.
Yeah.
You know, we've got the cavalry coming. I mean, I don't know about you, Paul, but brilliant news on the radio this morning. Like, obviously we've got 3 vaccines on stream now. Well, the original timetable assumed there'd be 1 for getting everyone vaccinated. With a bit of luck, we'll be out of this with everyone vaccinated who needs to be in the early summer.
So I think, whilst it's frustrating, we were just talking a bit ago about how the fact that it is only a few weeks, you know, and it will soon pass.
It flies.
At the moment, I know, funny enough, I've been watching a few cycle vlogs, and I think a lot of people who I regularly watch have posted videos about struggling with motivation.
Yeah.
So for us as cyclists, if there's going to be a lockdown and we can't stop at a coffee shop, now's the best time of any. So So I think one of the things is we both would always say to support independent business, but
Yep.
there is a time when, although on the one hand we need to support them, equally as a community everyone needs to stand together to get rid of the virus.
Yeah, totally. And as cyclists
And-
need to do that. As cyclists
Yeah.
need to do that, you know.
And it is difficult for people who are businesses that are in the village, you know.
Right.
I mean, your particular location is a village, but also in a funny kind of way it's a tourist destination.
Correct.
So what you've got is people driving to you because it's scenic,
Yeah, exactly.
and that is probably, I don't know, what percentage of your customers?
Well, I'd
Really?
say, yeah,
It's a
I
big
mean,
percentage.
it's a good percentage, you know, but or even people from the surrounding villages, you know, it's a natural meeting point to go see somewhere beautiful, go for a walk, you know. So we think a lot of our, well, we know a lot of our customers are locals, but as currently defined, locals means, yeah, your village.
Within your
you
village,
can't
yeah.
leave. So
I mean, each business, as each person, has to make their own decisions. But I think, you know, strictly speaking, we would want to support a village shop or cafe where if we lived in that village. But it is a little bit borderline driving 10 miles or 15 miles or 5 miles to go and do that in the current rules. And if everybody does it, well, as a lot of people say on lockdown, well, lockdown, so on social media, lockdown, what lockdown?
and I honestly thought it's killing me. I've got the best team in the business, and they're on the bench.
Yeah.
And that's not where they want to be, and that's not where I want to be. And we're a hard-working, you know, business. We love what we do. We love going to work. I hate sitting at home, apart from the cycling.
Yeah.
But that's what we need to do at the moment because it's temporary and it's the right thing to do.
So it is difficult, and I guess in the same way as, you know, how far we ride on our rides, you know, some people still feel happy going 100 miles.
Yeah.
Some people feel bad going 10.
But
but we make our own decisions.
we make our own decisions. But I think the trouble is there, Paul, the government don't always make it easy for us.
No,
right?
there's some conflicts, aren't there?
There are conflicts. If you look at that 22-page document, it says for exercise, stay local, right? So technically, I should be doing laps to my village, Stavern, right, and going no further.
Yeah.
But then you hear some very senior government ministers going on the radio when they're interviewed, no, we don't mean that for cyclists. Of course you can go and cycle. Just make sure it's exercise.
Yeah.
Don't make it recreation. Don't stop for a coffee when you're out. Don't go out with anyone other than one other person, tops. And always set off from home and go return at home. So the government sometimes don't make it clear at the outset, and then they wonder why people find it hard to follow the guidelines or the rules, because they're often a little bit murky. But fundamentally you've just got to go down to what are we trying to achieve here. It's going to be temporary, and then we're all going to be in a better place.
Yeah. So yeah, it's always difficult, and I know a lot of you guys watching, you know, please drop us a comment below with what you think, because I know
to hear your feedback.
there's such a lot of different opinions
Yeah.
and different takes on the regulations and on the guidance.
Yeah. Even
So we'll be interested to hear what you say. So just up here, we've just gone through the village of Red Mile, and just up here I would normally go straight on to Cafe Allez.
Oh,
Yeah, but today obviously we can't, because if I do I'll be sat outside, wouldn't I? I mean, it seems strange riding up here.
very, very strange.
So Cafe Allez would be there in the distance. You can just see Beaver Castle there.
It's a really nice view of the castle here.
It's a grand view actually from here. It's a gloriously sunny day today. I think on a day like today, Mark would actually be pretty busy under normal circumstances. So we're going left here and we're heading now to Bottesford. So does it seem strange then, Mark? Cafe Allez up there, you're there,
very strange,
and we're going not that way, we're going that way.
Very strange, but very temporary, Paul.
Yes.
Very temporary.
Yeah.
Yeah, very strange.
Well, you could always get a Costa at Bottesford Co-op.
The option exists.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
They're on Long Lane. And as always, Mark rides everywhere at 20 miles an hour, 19 or 20 miles an hour. I can't keep up with him. So as always, there's a trusty co-op just when you need one. Co-ops are my favourite shop, Mark.
Yeah, it works. It works.
There's always a co-op when you need one.
Wherever you might be.
Yeah. And this is a particularly nice one. I always think it's like a mini Waitrose, this one.
Yeah.
So, this I think is new, or we've definitely not seen it.
It's a new one on me. I've
new,
not seen
it?
that model before. That's
This
really cool.
is a tool station for bikes. They can hang your bike. And that up. And then you can work on it. Look at that.
We've got a pump on the end there. We've got some
Yeah.
tools hanging there.
Yeah, we've got
Sweet.
tools. Set of tools down there, look. We've got a pump.
They could do with a few sort of Danish pastries hanging off.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Look at that. I'm impressed with this.
Yeah. No, someone
That
thought
is
about
very
that.
impressive.
Someone
So,
thought about that.
definitely, co-op at Bottesford
Yeah.
are very well done.
If you want to tune up your bike.
Yeah.
Ride. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing well, provided a track pump and a multi-tool.
I know you got to up your game now.
that's
You need
clear.
one of those, mate.
Clearly.
You have to up your game.
We'll see how heavily it's bolted down.
Yeah. If it goes missing now, we know the
Yeah,
culprit.
exactly. Yeah, I like
So,
that.
we had a good ride there, Mark.
Got a cracking ride,
Nice
cracking
ride. What
ride.
have we done? 37
Oh, that's a good point,
miles?
let's look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
38 miles.
Yeah.
That was a good lockdown Sunday exercise.
Most enjoyable. Yeah, the
Yeah.
sun was shining. Plenty of riders out as well, enjoying
Yeah.
it as well. It's good to see.
So I'm sure we've got another at least five weeks of this lockdown. So I'm sure me and Mark will be able to ride together again in the not too distant. But until then, we'll see you again in a few days' time,
Take care, everyone. Stay safe. See you soon.
and we'll see you shortly. Don't forget to click the bell icon. Bye for now. Bye.